Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Ryan Nordahl here, Epic Whitetail Habitat LLC. If you haven't already, or you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on that bell notification. That way every time I upload a new video, you get that notification right away. Any of the products or tools you see me using in this video, you can find links in the description below. And if there's anything I missed in this video, I usually include it in the description below. So make sure you take the time to read that. I did a video, my last video, I included why I did what I did in the description. You guys got to take the time to read that. I know a lot of you don't like to read. I don't like to read either, but it's important that you read the descriptions. I go into a little bit more depth on the reasoning behind things, especially in that video. I go into the reason why I did what I did on that particular hinge cutting project, and you'll want to check that out if you haven't already. It stirred up a lot of controversy, got a lot of positive comments, a lot of probably more negative feedback on that, which is just fine. The big misconception I had on that video is I'm trying to keep my deer on my side of the fence, and that's not the case at all. They're free range deer. They can go wherever they want. It's just in that particular area along our west property line, fence line. We call it fence line here because there was a fence there. I may not have shown it clearly in that video, but it was there. I'm not going to go back and I'm not going to redo that video at all. It is what it is. If you can't accept it, so be it. We'll move on. But today we're out here on the home property just scouting this little parcel out, so come along. So today I'm out here on the home farm. We're in this little island of woods. It's probably 2.5 acres, and we're in here. The deer love to be in here in the fall, not so much in the winter time. There ain't a lot of food around here this time of year now, but in the fall during the rut, this is a heck of a doe bedding area, and there can be some bucks in here too. I'm standing in a travel corridor right now. You can't see it the best, but it's here. Kind of winds through, stays along this edge. Successional growth over here. There's a lot of hazelnut bush, gray dogwood, and you can see the goldenrod that's out here. Just a lot of variety. Oak, cherry, even green ash. This is green ash right here. I'd love to hinge cut this green ash. The majority of it that I've hinge cut though is up and out of a deer's reach. Hinge cuts really well. Probably one of my favorite trees to hinge cut is green ash. I'm going to get a lot of stump sprouts off of there this spring. I'm probably even going to get 6 to 7 foot whips off of there yet this spring and summer. But I've hinge cut it. I've created some security pockets. Because back in here, if you follow me back in here, right next to this stump back in here, there's a bed right here. It's full of hair, and that tells me that there's a buck in here. There's a bunch of historical rubs in here, and there's some early rubs from early last season that are in here as well. I'll try to document that, but this is tore up. It's kind of an overlooked piece on our property, which is good. It kind of gives the deer a sanctuary that they can get into. But it sets up, we can hunt the outer edges of it on just about any wind because it's surrounded by field on 3 sides. So maybe not so much to the west because the road is right there, not 50 yards away. But back in here behind me, they've got some seclusion. So I really like this spot. I'm going to enhance it. I'm going to take this ash tree that's right here, and I'm going to get him down, get some stump sproutage growing in here. And it's just one of the projects that I'm working on here today. So this little island, if you will, was cut in 2015. So it'll be 9 years this spring that it was cut. And there's a great diversity of regeneration in here with all the hazelbrush, the gray dogwood, a little bit of bush honeysuckle, which is great for deer in desperate times. As far as browse, it's kind of that emergency browse food source. This property is not taken over by it, so I'm going to leave what is in here. There's just a smattering of honeysuckle bushes here and there. It's not a problem It's not going to choke out anything at this point. With the successional growth we have in here, it's not going to take over. It has no way of taking over. So for those of you against bush honeysuckle, it works on this property. Yes, it has to be managed. There's no question about that. But here, on this little island piece, there's no need to address it right now. We'll watch it in the future. If it needs to be addressed, we will address it at that time. But right now, it's not spreading like wildfire like I see in a lot of properties that I visited that have done a complete clear cut and there was bush honeysuckle there to begin with. It's not the case here. So we're going to leave it in place. It is an emergency type browse in desperate times. We haven't had that this winter. Today when I'm filming this, it's 50 degrees and it's the 31st of January. It's great. It's a great time to be in the woods, taking care of a few little projects and just scouting, just plain out scouting. It's a nice day for it. I'm not going to waste it. So we're going to go home and we're going to get ready to head to Kentucky. We're going to be in Kentucky for the next 5 to 7 days doing some hinge cutting for a client down there. I've been working with Mature Whitetail Strategies out of Lexington, Kentucky. My friend Dr. Sean Twitt, and he's the one that landed this client, so I'm down there implementing the hinge cutting project going on down there and clearing out some access trails as well. So stay tuned for that. I'll be bringing you footage from Kentucky and we're going to go from there. Again, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell notification, that way every time I upload a new video you get that notification right away. And hey, check out our Etsy store. We've got some cool swag in there, sweatshirts, hats, whatnot. I'll leave a link in the description below so you want to check that out. And any of the products or tools you've seen me using in these videos, you can always find links in the description below. You'll want to check that out as well. And I appreciate your support on that. And thanks for watching this video. Guys, God bless you all. Keep living the dream. Thanks for watching.